We're sitting in the middle of xPoint, the largest survival community in the world. With 575 bunkers spread over 18 square miles of land. Effectively, we're building a city. It's 3/4 the size of Manhattan. The plan is that these bunkers are designed, A, to withstand just about any threat, but B, once that blast door is closed and sealed, you can stay in here for a year. There's a repeating cycle that we go through, and this stuff happens again and again and again. Anybody that's in denial that says this stuff will never happen, well, guess what? They were wrong in January of 2020.
Tonight, I want to speak with you about our nation's unprecedented response to the coronavirus outbreak that started in China and is now spreading throughout the world.
Hi, I'm Travis. I travel the world producing incredible stories. The world is full of unique people, places, and animals, and it's my goal to make compelling videos that show that. Follow me on this journey to uncover amazing stories from around the world. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to iWonder TV.
My name is Cindy Brunson. I'm owner of the Igloo town site and the area out there where the bunkers are that ammunition was stored. We're gonna head over to the main part of Igloo. This here is the school area, but on the other side of the road was the community. Igloo was an ammunition site. It was a 20,000 acre base with a mile buffer zone on the outside. There's 800 and some bunkers to the west of the town site. The town site was its own little city. It was a civilian workforce. They only had commanders that lived at the top of the hill in the housing. Otherwise, most of the workforce was made up of Native Americans or women. This town of Igloo was state of the art for the time. The housing far exceeded everything. The facilities, swimming, theater, things that were unheard of in rural South Dakota that existed here at the town of Igloo. And these are the barracks that the POWs stayed in, these three. And 75 years since the end of World War II is this year, so it'd be 75 to 80 years ago that this facility was built. Over the years, different kinds of businesses have tried to develop here, but nothing's really been successful. But another landowner that has some igloos on the base besides ours, he decided to create the Doomsday effort.
It's flipped. I sent you the flipped version. I'm head of a company called Vivos. What Vivos is a international network of underground shelters built to survive virtually anything. Anything but a direct asteroid hit or perhaps a direct nuclear bomb. We have a fully completed turnkey bunker in Indiana that was completed in 2012. We have another facility in Germany. It was built by the Soviet Union during the Cold War. So we're converting that into the largest single roof shelter in the world. We have other bunkers across the United States that we don't talk about. And the reason is the less people know, the easier it is to secure. Guess what? This could be your roller to roll it out. Oh, take it off the stand. We've been accused of profiting off people's fears. And I like to say when I'm asked that question, which I think is pretty trite and naive, and my answer has always been no. We resolve people's fears. Our purpose is to provide hope, to provide a solution. You know, the antidote to fear is a solution. You know, the government knows a lot that they don't tell us. I think they do know something. They've built deep underground bunkers across America and Europe and Russia and China. in preparation for something that they know is going to come. But have they told us about it? No. And why? Because the government can't tell you about a problem that they don't have a solution for or that they can't provide. And doing so would create total social, economic collapse. It's anarchy. And that's what you want to worry about. We've evaluated every corner of the planet in depth. What we've discovered is there is no safe place. This, however, is one of the safer places, Vivos xPoint, because of everything we've got here. Its critical mass, its distance from cities, marauders, anarchists, nuclear targets, etc. So that's why we chose it. And it is one of the safer or safest places. But that said, there is no totally safe place anywhere on the planet. If there was, I'd build a shelter there.
Okay, so now we're at a bunker. The person that owns this one lives in Alaska, and he's a principal for a school up there and also has other businesses. This is a high security lock that was purchased just for this project. This is a blast door. Yeah. And it takes some work to get it. We've welded steel panel on the inside for protection. This project that on this bunker is a 5-year project. That's what it was scheduled for. And we're just a little bit past year 3. So right now I'm standing in the living room area. As we come around to this side here, this is the kitchen area. This is all the plumbing's been set up for the kitchen. And up above is a second floor area. The walls from the floor up to the ceiling is 7 foot 6 inches to take and support the weight of whatever's going to be stored up there. This front portion of above the hallway is a 600-gallon water tank is going to be set up there. And that water tank will support plenty of water for the operation of the showers in the kitchen. This next room is another bedroom, and the same with this, has been all wired and set up. This room here is a full bathroom, and the other full bathroom is right aside of it. They're back to back to keep all the plumbing within the one wall. We have another bedroom right here, and this will be number 5 of the bedrooms. So on the back of this unit, it has a root cellar, and in the root cellar, they have an exit area that goes out the back underground. It'll be 8 feet deep with ballast rock and then sand over the top of the ballast rock. And out of that, there'll be an exit that goes out through the back, and so that in case an attack came in and drove him back here, then this is the last resort room, and he'll be out and take his family with him. For protection, this wall has 3.5 inches of stone, the ballast rock inside the wall, and this wall right here will also have that. If somebody's shooting, it'll take and hit that and the bullets won't go through. Also in the front of the building, we have the same thing. As you're coming in, it's not noticeable. You wouldn't know it unless you're here during the construction. Since I've been here, I've noticed an increase of people coming out to the Vivos site and make their purchases. So people are moving out here and fixing up their bunkers so that they can protect themselves and feel safe.
People say, oh, I would never want to be in a bunker, and those people aren't going to survive, it's going to be terrible in there. What they don't realize is, if we're in here and that door is sealed, there's a reason. The reason is you can't survive on the outside. So don't worry about the people that are in here, worry about yourself if you're on the outside. Good deal, Mike. You're doing a great job. At the last moment, at the moment of truth, you're not going to have a bunker, you're not going to build a bunker. You might find a sewer, you might find a culvert under a freeway or something. You know, you're not going to survive long there. And guess where your fellow local citizens are going to go? Same place as you are, to the hills, to the mountain, to the desert. And they're going to go there unprepared, without sufficient food. Oh, I got 3 days of food. I got a bug out bag. You know the problem with bug out bags is people don't have a place to bug out to. Okay, so you're going to go to the hills, find a spot to camp, and 100 feet away from you is going to be another guy that's showing up with his 3 days bug out bag. And what happens when the two of you both run out of food? And then there's 1,000 people or 5,000 people. You know, a whole city, Los Angeles, could head for the hills. How are you going to support each other? How are you going to survive? You're going to kill off the wildlife very quickly. So what are you going to do? You know, that's not a solution. That's not even wishful thinking. You know, others say, well, you know, preppers are crazy, doomsday preppers. We're not doomsday preppers. I agree with you, they're crazy. They're crazy if they think they're going to survive just because they have a gun and a knife and ammo and camo gear and a bag of rice and a bag of beans and a hideout in the mountains or in the desert or somewhere. That's not going to save them. That might save them from anarchy, from you attacking them. They got enough bullets. But you know, a bag of rice is not going to save you from nuclear radiation. It's not going to save you from biological. It's not going to save you from major earth changes. And you have no idea how major I'm talking about, that have happened and likely are going to happen again. Let me just end this with, I've got a lot of intel from a lot of sources. Sources that are beyond what you could probably appreciate. And I can just tell you, this shit is going to happen.